Update 8.0 is out in Anime Vanguards, and today we are going to be trying to cover every single character, at least the main characters that are more accessible. In this video, no matter what happens, we are getting Monarch Guts because I have been saving all my rerolls. I got 1600, almost 1700 rerolls, so we will be pitting Monarch Guts in this video. But I'm gonna wait until the banner changes before I come back, and then I'll cut in. I did want to show you guys, but I finally got Monarch on my Aizen, so that's pretty awesome. His pity was at like 1200. But if I do end up getting Guts Monarch, with like not breaking the bank, you know, then I think my next Monarch is gonna be Baiken actually, because I just really like Baiken as a character. I really like Guilty Gear, and she was my favorite character from Guilty Gear. So, even though the update itself, the gosh forbidden 6.0 update, we don't talk about this update, okay? That's the biggest rule about update 6.0. We don't talk about update 6.0. Now we're on update 8.0. So yeah, I'll see you guys when the banner changes in a minute. Oh, since I'm waiting for the banners to like kind of do their thing, I just decided why not try the story mode out, see if there's any like really stupid mechanics or if it's actually pretty fun. What the? Got wheel skeletons as enemies? Goofy looking enemies, bro. How much health they have? 2000? Oh, these guys are weak. Okay. Alright. I don't think I have my music on. I want to hear the new OST. Oh yeah. There we go. Hopefully this picks up in the video properly, so you guys actually can hear the beautiful music that this game has to offer. Sounds really nice. I was listening to it when I was reading the whole update log. It was so like peaceful. Honestly, I'm kind of happy that AV didn't not stand their ground, because like, while I think auto upgrade should just be a thing, I feel like then this game would probably actually become like ALS levels of slop, because then people aren't even actually going to be playing the game. Like, they'll just auto everything. And while auto upgrade's like really convenient, and like there's a lot of times where I just kind of wish I had it, I guess I get why they'd rather not, I guess. I feel like people are going to complain and say that this is too easy because AV made Escanor more accessible to the general player base. So now people with Escanor can pretty much just solo this stage and they probably won't complain. Like, they'll be like, oh my gosh, this event was so easy. Like, I literally just soloed it with Monarch Escanor. And then they're going to complain that AV's too easy. And then AV's going to drop like some really hard content. And then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, AV's so hard. This game is terrible, dog shit, trash. They don't know how to balance, and Pysef is ugly, is like pretty much the general consensus of the community. Because my guy Pysef over here, he just takes the brunt of it because he's pretty much the face of AV. Like, although I think that Pretty Princess, I think her name is, in the Discord, she kind of like, it almost seems like she's more so like a manager and calls more of the shots. Pysef kind of seems more like the face of the game, just because he's been around for so long. That man, they just kind of rip into Pysef just to do it. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the allegations that dropped, but the allegations that dropped with him versus the boss, like, bro, that shit was ridiculous. Like, come on. Alright, so I'm gonna play through the rest of the story mode, and if something crazy comes up, then I'll cut back in. But I kind of hope you do. Why would you add the shiny event? What was it? It was set to September 8th. September 8th. That is more than 2 weeks away from today. You know that people are trying to play this update right now, right here. So why would you make it so that the update itself is like kind of locked? Like, oh hey, I got him first try. So we're trying to go for a shiny guts. So I'm just gonna yap well. Alright, so we got no shiny gutses in the middle. Yeah, so we lost. Turbo Granny just kind of ran away. And we can't retry it, so like that was the rift, guys. Alright, so we came back to the rift because I was pretty salty about us losing earlier. And it went by a lot better. The modifier we ended up picking was the one I wanted originally, but accidentally I was just too lazy to like keep re-rolling for it. But we got the money surge one, which makes a really big difference. If your units are already strong enough, then your biggest issue is just, you know, actually upgrading your units to the level that they can help you beat the event at. Because Turbo Granny was able to just kind of zoom through here like meow meow meow, and we couldn't even do anything to her because our units weren't upgraded. And there's a lot going on the screen right now, but we killed Turbo Granny at like wave 10, I think. So now we're just kind of chilling, and Jin Mori is the World Lines unit, like one of the newest ones, and he's got a buff in here, so he's doing like 800k every 5 seconds, and then he's also got his like 4 clones, so they're all also buffed. I brought Aizen because I was like, maybe if Turbo Granny still tries to run past, I can just use his Doppo 81 to like stop her from running past us. But it looks like it's working, and they're pretty weak enough that at this point we'll be able to just like Kaguya nuke her. And so I'll max out a Kaguya myself. My dumbass, I just clicked my nuke. I meant to click her domain. Well, Grosta still has a nuke. System, you click attacks and it's the duo. Alright, I think we won. I'm actually gonna go ahead and sell. Now all the other Jin Moris are gonna have the buffs of the first one, and we won. It was a very hard fought battle, but we did it, and it was pretty fun, I guess. It was a little difficult, more difficult than it should have been, especially with Monarch Sunjin Woo, 2 Monarch Sunjin Woos, 2 Monarch Kaguyas, Monarch Monkey King, and Monarch Aizen. So, you know, probably shouldn't have been that hard, but it was. Alright, so as you guys saw, I started with about 160,000 gems or so, and I have about 9k for the other 2 characters of the update. Didn't get a shiny Guts, but you know, I got 2 shiny Johnnies. Fucking dumbass unit. So that's awesome. Now, I'm not gonna chase a shiny on Guts anymore because I lost all motivation. We're gonna go roll a trade on him. I have a feeling he's gonna treat me like shit, so this is gonna be really fun. Out of these 3 Guts, which one feels the luckiest to me? The one that I clicked on first. Alright, so we'll do a couple by hand, you know. Gotta kind of ease into it a bit. Okay, we got Scholar. So now that we have Scholar, it's gonna go so Insano style. Alright, we'll go down to 1700, and Then after 1700, I'm probably gonna lose my patience and turn on an auto clicker. Okay. No, I don't fucking want Blitz. No, I don't want Solar. You think I saved 15? No, I don't want Solar. Dog, did they just give me Solar 3 times in a row? Actually, get out. Bro, bro. No, we're not doing this, AB. Come on, come on. Come on, like, actually. Like, stop playing with me. We're gonna fight. I'll actually fight Pisef. Let's schedule a fight. I hate this game. What am I at? Where? I think I'm ready for a redemption arc, honestly. I'm sure he is too. The struggler doesn't want to be the struggler anymore. See? We popped a Deadeye pretty quick. We're about 363 rerolls in. So my goals and aspirations of Monarch Bike-In may not come to fruition, but we'll see what happens when we hit that 400 mark. I'm kind of sick of seeing Blitz, so like just go away. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna tap through these manually. I kind of figured this game was gonna do me dirty at some point. I had a good streak going. You know, we had good things going. Me and AV, and then AV said like, "Fuck you, dude. Like, you already spent your money, so we're good." An ethereal. That's a good trait for most, but not for me. Not for my guts. I already had a vision that I saw it. I saw the Monarch. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and just imagine my guts with Monarch. That's Deadeye. Closing my eyes again. Oh shit! I got Monarch. Okay. No, I almost rolled Monarch off. How many was that? I have 1,105. So I spent about 600? No, because I hit the... No, yeah, like 600-ish, I think. That's not bad. Alright, so I figured I would record my first reaction to the EX stage. Because I've seen... I didn't play the AOT update because it was so booty. But I know that these EX stages are normally no joke, and they're usually PMO. So I figured I would... Oh, wait. Wait. It's traitless. Oh. Oh, no. Wait, then I should just... Okay. Just restart. Yeah, just restart. Trust me, bro. So, don't put immunity because I believe Escanor, they'll be immune to his thing. Put thrice because I think once they enter his range, or we just keep resetting. Yeah, just keep resetting until we get the mini bosses one. So I recorded previously, but I just decided to restart the recording because I realized that bringing Escanor in here is a better idea because I didn't know that this was traitless. I thought you had traits in here, so I just was like, okay, whatever. I'll just burn everyone. So we're doing a completely different strategy, and we're just gonna see if it works with just Escanor, and then she's got Kaguya, and then her normal units. I wonder how it would have been if we both just had Escanor, but we'll see how her units do. When you have three Sunjin replacements, you can just put him on the other thing, the one where he just summons his like little shadows. But so far, Escanor is doing his thing. I mean, he's doing 100k, which is pretty much how much health these guys have. So Escanor is doing all right on his own. I think if we both had Escanor, we would probably be kind of sliming him. But that was the choice of my teammate. So we'll see how it works. But I just wanted to give you guys like a realistic first playthrough. Because if we're being honest, like, you're probably only really playing with like your friend and you just want to like try and play with them, and you don't want to queue up with a bunch of people from the Discord server and all that. So I picked the champions modifier, and I apparently there's like, I don't know how you actually get Griffith. I keep reading and it talks about, dude, that dragon was sick. That was so cool. Bro, it was sick. Dude actually just carries. And I mean, he'll just pretty much demolish the rest of these guys. And he won't actually, so he won't sell himself, which is good to know. So that worm, so apparently the whole thing with Griffith is he'll spawn a wormhole, I think, and then when he spawns his wormhole, you have to do it without losing any allies or something. And if you do that, then you just, I think you just get him. I don't know. Kind of was really confusing. I mean, the way they made it sounds kind of simple, but like, okay, then where did I just get Griffith? Because the wormhole spawned in. See, like, no, I didn't get him. But that was the EX stage. Actually, wasn't too bad. And I think if we both had Escanor, it probably would have been even easier. So, yeah, there's your guys' little guide on how to do it. Alright, guys. I have no clue what is going on. Oh! Well, I don't know what was happening. We were just playing story mode. Because I just wanted to see. I was like, maybe I can't. I played the EX stage like 5 times. And I was like, maybe I'll just get Griffith, like when you gotta play story mode before you can get him. So we were playing, and then I'm like looking and I'm like, neither one of us have Kaguya's domain, so I don't think this is Kaguya. And then I'm looking around and I see all these monsters, so I was like, oh shoot. So it looks like, and he got branded with the sigil. So it looks like we just got, what's his name? Griffith. So I don't know how exactly it all works. Just kind of happened. And it wasn't very hard. I don't think we had to like, I didn't even see us like fighting for our lives or anything. So we just won. Anyway, got Griffith. I will go see what it takes to evo him and Skull Knight, which should count as 2 units from the update. And then I should be able to showcase off Guts. I decided, let's showcase off these characters. So the first character we're going to showcase off is Monarch Guts. He has Burb on him, I believe. So this ability right here, when it's toggled on, he will attack non-stop and he will have full status effect and debuff immunity. So he's immune to everything when this is toggled on, but once he hits 20 damage stacks, then it will start going down, like everywhere. Every 5 takedowns, he spawns a demon, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I've used this character like a good chunk, and I've never seen him spawn a demon before. Because, what is he at right now? He's at 16 takedowns. Do you guys see any demons? Because I don't. So, like, I don't know what exactly that actually means. Kind of confusing. But he's currently doing about 35k every 0 seconds because he's got the ability on at the moment. Then he does 40% damage when he kills a demon for 10 seconds. Does not stack. If enemy's not in range while he's stunned, then he will apply bleed to them. He gains 5% damage every injury stack, so that's why he's literally at, He's gonna be at like 70,000 every 0 seconds when he hits like 20 stacks, and then he'll slowly go back down. Every 10 seconds, if an enemy is bleeding, he'll perform attack 1 or 3. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't actually know what that means. I never understood the way that they worded it. It's so confusing. On hit versus bleed. So every follow-up attack will do 50% of his damage, and it will repulse the enemies, which is pretty good. And then this attack cannot generate injury stacks, which is also really good. It's the slam on upgrade 8, which he's doing about 278,000, which is pretty good. Now we're gonna actually put this character down and just kind of get him started. So he's a pretty interesting character. Every time a takedown occurs, then he gains 1 ore stack. So I should have put him down a long time ago, if I'm being completely honest with you. That was poor. That was just poor thinking on my end. But every time you craft 3 of these silver weapons, he just gets a masterwork for free, which is pretty good. So we'll just let him kind of like, that's a really cool effect on Guts as a super. Did you see that? The 2 like circles that, yeah, that's so cool. I like that. So we are back. Guts is maxed out. So he's doing about 1.02 million every 7.2 seconds, 54 range, full AoE. He's about to kick in his, after this goes away, he will kick in his Beserk armor. In which, oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Well, now it's kicked in. So he lost all the damage that he stacked up, and now you're going to watch him stack up a lot of damage. So give him a couple of seconds, and you'll see that happen. So meanwhile, we'll come over here, and we're just gonna give this to Guts real quick. So you can just slap this on him. Boom. Now he's got that's 1 silver thing crafted. He's at 6 stacks already at 1.02 mil. So I'm sure that by the time he hits 20, he's gonna be at like oh well, if he doesn't attack them frequently enough, then he won't get that high. But if he was over there, he'd probably be looking pretty crazy right now. So we're also gonna go ahead and just put down Griffith real quick, and we're gonna activate the blood moon of the eclipse. He's pretty interesting because when your units is affected by like a status element, like a debuff or anything, he teleports to that character, and then he actually he just stays there, and then he removes the debuffs. He's doing 114,000 every 5.5 seconds with 60 range. That's with Ethereal. So he's really good, actually. A lot of people were kind of hating on him. I don't really know why. He's kind of like, I think he's kind of slept on, if I'm being completely honest with you. I have the anime Vanguards, that familiar on him. Anywho, now Griffith, he is in his Femento form, I believe it's called. So he's pretty good like this, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I want to see him go into his other form. So we are just gonna go ahead and do that. But I can show you this real quick. So a maxed out Femento, although he can build up periodically, so it's not showing you him at his best, but he's at 85k every 5 seconds, 59 range with like an okay circle, I guess. He also has Ethereal, so he, you know, there's stuff to be desired there, but this man is fighting for his life over here. Hopefully he's okay. Anyway, we can also go ahead and craft this real quick. Let's go ahead and give him this. Now he's at 142,000 damage, which is, yeah, okay, see? So Guts finally got stunned from his armor. He's at 1.35 million. And now this guy teleported over here, and I believe he just got rid of the stun on Guts. I mean, it kind of seems like it's still there, but you can see Guts is moving, so I'm gonna turn off the VFX on that real quick. So now Griffith is his stats are about the same as when he was in his other form, but you actually just get this for free. So Griffith is really good because you just put him down, you start the Eclipse again, and you just get a free character maxed out. It's pretty nuts. Now, if you had Monarch on him, he'd look really, really nasty, but I don't. And I know that he just kind of like alternates from full AoE to like this big circle. So he does repulse on hit. For every tower that's branded, he's getting damage and range. He's gonna ignore damage reduction. He's gonna slow the enemies. The immortal fights for him. And then he gains 2% per thing sacrificed up to 100, so his damage will quite literally just double. So from 85,000 he'll go up to what, 190,000? No, 200k. Yeah, it should be 200k. And then plus other damage. He's gonna buff all allies in range by 40%. Debuffs that were on the branded by 20% damage, and for yeah, so Guts is getting another chunk of damage from Griffith right now, 40% to be exact, which is again crazy. So now Guts has let me just do this real quick. So now we have the Master Forge for free. So it might show, it might not. Yeah, you see my thing didn't go down because I already bought 3, so this one was free. So we crafted the Dragon Slayer, which is meant for Guts. It's going to give you DOT and 40% damage. So Guts currently has about, what, 80% damage from support alone? And then does this guy buff damage too? No. But he also got buff from Griffith, which gave it. So you see how this team comp is so much better than whatever garbage AOT crap that they dropped that other week. Like, that stuff was horrible. Like, it was so unbearable to try and use that team. Then you kind of just use this team, and it just kind of flows, dude. Like, you got this guy supporting everyone and giving them good, like, masterpieces. Like, I'm actually gonna go ahead and give it to him again. Yeah, look, it procced, I think, this time. I don't think before it procced because he, like, changed, I guess, maybe. So this team just flows so much better. And then finally we got this like witch girl. I actually don't know much about her. I know that she can be like, she's type positive against any element, but I think it's only one element per stage or something. Her attacks will nullify for 10 seconds, so she's got the Lucy effect where she can just nullify the enemy's abilities. And then if an ally is stunned, boost their damage by 50%. So I don't know if that ally needs to be in range, but when Guts stuns himself, his damage will go up by 50%, which is just like ridiculously awesome. So lots and lots of damage here. She's really just for support. She's not that great, if I'm being completely honest with you. You would just take her off the team and put Speed Cart instead. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.